Hello, Four Corners family. This is Ms. Ceballos with another video presenting information about our transition to hybrid learning. In this video, I will share information about what we will do to ensure a safe return to the school building for our staff and students. According to CDC guidance, the best tools in preventing the spread of COVID-19 are physically distancing, face coverings, and hand hygiene. The district has implemented strict protocols for these tools, and we will be following them at Four Corners. To promote physical distancing, we have made the following changes. A few weeks ago, I shared a video explaining cohorts and how to access cohort information for your student. You may find the video on our school's website. Cohorts allow us to welcome back smaller groups of students, which promote physical distancing. Each cohort has been assigned to its own separate entry to avoid crowding during arrival. Our dismissal procedures have also changed to keep physical distance between students. Please view the video that was shared on arrival and dismissal procedures, also available on our school's website. Physically distancing in the classrooms. Cohorting allows for students' desks to be arranged in a manner that allows for physically distancing students 6 feet throughout the entire school day. All of our classrooms have been set up to physically distance students from each other while sitting at their desks. Physically distancing in the hallways. 6 feet space markers on the floor in all our hallways will help keep students 6 feet apart when walking in the hallways. During recess, each class will be assigned their own area for recess. The areas rotate every week. In addition, each class will have their own recess equipment that will be disinfected after every recess use. One change that will be made this year is students will eat lunch in their classrooms instead of the cafeteria. Student desks will be disinfected after lunch. To avoid contamination of food, lunches will be packed individually. This, however, eliminates food options for students. All students will receive the same lunch option. If this will be a problem for your student, please pack a lunch for your student with food they like and will eat. Please send a bottle filled with water every day with your student. Water fountains will not be available to fill and refill water bottles. We will provide water to students that forget their water bottles. To promote physical distancing during bathroom use, the following changes have been made. Bathrooms have been assigned to each cohort to limit the number of students using each restroom. In addition to washing their hands in the restroom after using the restroom, students will be asked to wash their hands or use hand sanitizer when returning to the classroom. Students are not allowed to remove their face covering while using the restroom. Face coverings are an effective tool to stop the spread of COVID-19. Face coverings are required for all students in grades kinder and up, along with staff. Staff will provide students with instruction on how to properly wear a face covering. Please reinforce this at home by practicing now. Face shields are an acceptable alternative only when a student has a medical condition that prevents them from wearing a mask or face covering, or when people need to see the student's mouth and tongue motions in order to communicate. Face coverings should be worn both indoors and outdoors, including during outdoor recess. Please consider the following to choose the most effective face covering for your students. Do choose masks that have 2 or more layers of washable, breathable fabric. Masks that completely cover the nose and mouth, fit snugly against the side of the face and don't have gaps, and that have a nose wire to prevent air from leaking out of the top of the mask. Please note that the following face coverings will not be allowed during the school day. Any mask that is made of fabric that makes it hard to breathe, for example, vinyl. Masks that have exhalation valves or vents which allow virus particles to escape. as well as those that are intended for healthcare workers, including N95 respirators. We will provide face coverings for students that need one at any time during the school day. When selecting a face covering for your student, please consider the following. Find a mask that is made for children to help ensure proper fit. Check to be sure the mask fits snugly over the nose and mouth and under the chin and that there are no gaps around the side. And please do not put on children younger than 2 years old. One of the biggest complaints of children wearing face coverings is discomfort around their ears. Please consider adding an extension to your student's mask so that the mask is secure, not by looping it around their ears. If your student will wear a neck gaiter, choose one that has 2 layers or can be folded to make the 2 layers. Again, face shields are only for students with medical needs. One critical practice that reduces the spread of COVID-19 is increased hand hygiene. Staff will model, teach, and reinforce hand hygiene practices for students by asking students to wash hands with soap and water for 20 seconds or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with 60 to 95% alcohol. Hand hygiene will be promoted by asking students, staff, and visitors to disinfect their hands when they enter the school building and throughout the day. In addition to hand sanitizing, hand washing will also be more frequent for all throughout the day. Students will be learning new protocols when they transition to hybrid learning. Our 4C staff is ready to support our Cubbies with care, patience, and a lot of visuals. The following are visuals that will serve as reminder for students. The visuals here promote physical distancing. Here we have more visual reminders about about the physical distance that is to be kept inside, outside, and on the bus, as well as how to take off a mask properly. These posters are all placed by hand sinks to ensure that proper hand washing routine is followed. Please do not send students to school if they show symptoms of illness. This sheet explains in depth the symptoms that require your students to stay home. The sheet will be sent with students on the first day of school, as well as to remind prior through the first day of school. It will also be available on our school's website. As always, thank you for your time, and please do not hesitate to contact the school office should you have any questions. And don't forget to visit our school website to access the videos. Thank you.